a new intro. We got 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 it. We got it. We got a new intro. We got it. We got a intro. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? I am Jay Reed, and I am accompanied by my beautiful co-host, none other than the one and only Shaquetta Shantae.
Hey, y'all. Y'all want me to hit this beat right quick? Y'all want me
to
flow right quick?
Intro. We got a new intro.
You want me to drop something, babe?
Drop it.
All right, let me go ahead and drop these announcements on them right quick.
And we are back for another episode of the Computer Love Podcast, episode 10. And yes, we have a new intro. Last intro, found out that even though, whatever, it was copyrighted, and this one is not. So the very last episode, the very beginning of our show is cut off. You may notice that. It's because I had to take it out because of this song. So now we got a new intro. 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 We got it. We got it. We got a new intro. All right. We got a new intro, y'all. But we about to go into these church announcements.
Oh, man.
Hit it with them. Hit them with it, my love.
Y'all, thank you. Let me just say thank y'all for putting up with our shenanigans, okay? Because we definitely brings all of the craziness, okay? So
I ain't crazy.
Yes, yeah, you might be the ringleader of the pack. But we know we're just so grateful. We're grateful because we're having a good time, and it is our hopes that every week or how often you tune in to catch up on episodes, we appreciate it. We appreciate your reviews, your comments, your ratings, and it just means a lot. Like, I enjoy reading
100%.
them. Your
Comments have been picking up, and we love responding. We love reading it. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. Part of the announcements, I gotta give them a little motivation.
Give us some motivation, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So the past 2 weeks, I gave them. I talked about my love lessons. 36 love lessons that I've learned over the years. And I'm excited about sharing it because I've learned that a lot of times we have same experiences, like share experiences with other people.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of think like you're going through it alone at that time. Like, gosh, does anybody else ever feel this way? Or is it just me? Right. So the third love lesson that I'm going to share is that you don't have to be perfect to be worth it.
Oh. You don't have to be perfect to be worth it.
Absolutely.
Even though I'm not perfect, even though I'm flawed, I'm still worth it. I'm still worth it. Preach, babe.
I need you to recite that in the mirror. Say it like you mean it, just like that.
Even though I'm not perfect, I'm worth it.
All right.
Woo-hoo.
I like that. I like that kind of energy.
What am I worth, though?
You have to determine what you're worth. Okay. That's not a question that anybody should answer for you.
I'm worth whatever I feel I'm worth?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if you wait for someone else to validate your worth, yes, you have some people that recognize it and will 100% say like, yeah, you deserve this or da-da-da. But then you have some people that they're not going to even recognize or attempt to recognize your worth because they don't have what it takes to provide what you're worth. Either they don't have what it takes or they don't want to. Either are. So if you wait for someone to confirm those things for you, then you'll spend your life like literally not knowing what you're worth.
Always searching for validation.
Yeah. Or wondering like, am I really worth this? Right. Or that, and that's not just in relationships. I'm talking about like platonic, like friendships, your value as a friend, your value as, a daughter, your value as a son, and your value as a co-owner of a business, your value as an employee at a business. A lot of times,
your value as a person, as a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times you spend your, time like trying to be perfect. Like, or if you mess up or you don't get something right this time, then you really take it to heart and to think that like, I'm not worth it anymore or whatever the case may be. But whatever it is, I need people to understand that you don't have to be perfect. A lot of us wear many different hats for many different people. And you have to know that not all the time are you going to show up 100%.
Yeah.
It's just you can't. Like, it's not possible. So you have to allow yourself and show yourself some grace to be flawed, to be, imperfect. And anybody that loves you truly, anybody that wants the best for you, anybody that just literally enjoy what you pour into them will also tell you, like, relax, take some time for you. Take some time to be poured into, because a lot of times many of us pour into many different people for many different, reasons.
Like you tell your kids, hold your cup still.
Hold it. Well, you know what? Sometimes you might need to hold that cup still so you can be, poured into.
Right.
But
That's what I'm saying. Hold that cup still so I can pour into you.
So if not, if your cup is always pouring other places, when can you be poured into?
Right.
So allow yourself that time and know that your value, what you're worth, is not dependent upon someone else's realization of your
And you made me think of something about knowing your worth. I think that you will only achieve in life what you feel you're worth. You know what? That's probably not even true, because as I was saying that, I was thinking people who have achieved things and then they don't feel worthy of what they achieved. So scratch that. Was supposed to be a deep thought, but I contradicted myself because my mind thinks both ways all the time.
But it kind of works together, because even when you can't see your value, your worth, the people that you've poured into all of this time, they recognize it. So those opportunities, you see what I'm saying? So it works hand in hand.
So what I said was, you only achieve in life what you are worth. Then I said that can't be true, because a lot of times people achieve things and they don't feel that they're worth what they achieve. But just because you don't feel you're worth what you achieved, you are worth what you achieved, or else you wouldn't have achieved it.
And somebody else saw the worth, your worth in it.
So therefore, what I originally said is true. So I take back that correction. I was true, and it's now a deep thought. Let's go.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times we don't recognize it, but someone else does. Yeah. Someone else sees your hard work. Someone else sees, so literally just live life being who you are. And I think I said in an earlier episode is do you like who you see in the mirror? Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then that's when some changes needs to happen, but not simply because someone else doesn't appreciate what you're seeing or what they're seeing. Right. So it's a very different thing. But if you're doing it, if you're walking that, you're putting in the work and you're putting in the time and you're literally just giving the best of what you have, people see it. Yeah. And the universe sees it, and opportunities will flow your way.
Yeah. Even more importantly, the universe will see it. They're going to get that energy. No energy goes out without being returned back. Yep. Awesome. Good job, babe. That was love lesson number 3. Let's move on to the chat room question.
The chat room.
Chat room. What we got?
Is it okay to go into business with my bae?
Is it okay to go into business with your bae? Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, businesses in general, if you're going into business with your bae, I kind of look at it as going into business with your friend. Um, is going to add an extra layer of stress and potential difficulty into your relationship, whether that be with your bae or a friend. So while yes, you can, yes, it's okay to do that. A lot of people do it. A lot of people have successful businesses because of it. You have to understand that you're adding extra stress to a relationship that could already be stressful. Like any type of relationship, there's stressors that come along with being in a relationship with somebody, and now you're adding a business on top of it. So that's just one of the things that you gotta look for, and I mean, you gotta have clear lines to separate your business from your relationship. Because if you don't, unfortunately, a lot of times businesses fail, and if the business fails and there aren't clear distinctions between your relationship and your business, you don't know where one starts and the other one begins. Then if your business fails, then a lot of times your relationship will fail, or vice versa. If your relationship fails, then your business could fail because you haven't separated the two. So, if you want to do that with your bae, I think that you can do it, but it's not going to be easy. What you think, babe?
My answer is more than likely no. When it comes to your bae.
Yeah.
And I say that because there's a lot of like legal things that comes into play when it comes to businesses as well. Joint accounts, like a business account, or who owns, like, is it trademarked, like the business name and stuff trademarked. There's a lot of things that goes into play that I believe that probably should only be entered into with your spouse, with someone that you are married to. Because you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like I think
the thing is that in my mind, I'm thinking of like you have a close relationship like that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, you probably shouldn't be going to some big business together.
Yeah, I mean, because you learn a lot about a person in business when money is involved, anything like that. So you see a different side. Like you're like, oh, but the first few months of our relationship was great, but as soon as we went into business, like I saw a whole new side of this person.
Right. And that'll probably happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that if I'm going into business with someone, other than like, you know, my husband, right. Then I would not suggest it either, because again, depending on like the length of time, or you don't really know this person. Like honestly, sometimes I've heard people say like they didn't even know their husband or their wife. Like, you know, it takes years sometimes to literally, you know, get to know someone.
They didn't even know their husband? What do you mean?
No, like for instance, like when someone actually gets married or moving, you start seeing different things and different layers to people. So you're learning. It's a continual like learning process, you know? So no, I definitely would not suggest, you know, if you are a person that you've already made it and you have like financially, you're like, I'm good. Anything else this is play money. So if you're just playing with business, then it's like one thing, like whatever. If it's you have nothing to lose, then okay. But if you are like literally building your foundation, or you've already built the foundation and you're still trying to build, then you absolutely have to think about you in this, because at the end of the day, like you have nothing that is binding or that has bound you all together.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And on that, I would say that I would not recommend it matters on a lot of things. And it matters on the business itself as well. Like I wouldn't recommend going for your bae going into a business that requires a lot of your personal time. If it requires you guys to show up to make this business successful, like you guys have to be there and put like a restaurant or something like that. Like you need to be there, you need to be cooking, or you need to be hosting, or you need to be overseeing this operation until you get to a point where you can hire people to do that. But something like that, something as taxing and as it has such a heavy requirement as a restaurant, that's not the type of relationship that you want to be in with just your bae.
Well, I think I know in a previous conversation you asked me before too, like in reference to, can you still be in business with that person, like even after the breakup? And it can, depending on, again, what that business is, So if it's something where you all are the face of the business and, y'all have to show up and people are looking at y'all like, whatever. And you're like, I don't even really like this person. Then it would be hard to. Gone. Yeah. But if it's like a limousine or something service, like some type of service like that where it's running itself. You have drivers. You have like everything. All of the the legal things are in place. Exactly. Then maybe.
Right.
Yep.
Sure. Yep. If it's like more of like an investment type thing, you guys can invest together. Sure, because you can just split those profits, whatever. But if it's a business that requires both of y'all to show up and to be there, because when one of you guys doesn't, then everything's gonna start crashing and burning. So, But
I would definitely say if you are making those steps to say, like, you know what, I still want to do it, although we are not married, then I would definitely say that you all need to come up with like a contract. Like you need things in writing, you need agreements, you need
a lawyer.
Absolutely. You need someone, a third party, a lawyer, an attorney to kind of walk you all through that process, because that's a big step. If, again,
because quite honestly, that's just your bae, but you're getting married. Marriage is a contract, it's an agreement. You're getting into a contract and an agreement with this person, so it's almost like a marriage. You're tying yourselves together. So just think about that. I'm drinking Mountain Dew Rise Energy Peach Mango Dawn, and this is drying my mouth out.
Really?
Like every time I take a sip, it's like
it's drying.
It's like drying all the moisture out of my mouth. It's crazy.
Wow.
No, that was good. That was good. All right.
So
what?
We going to the topic of the day already? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do that.
Topic of the day.
All right. The topic of the day is, can long distance relationships work?
I don't like long distance relationships. I'm going to let you answer this one first, and then I'll tag on to what you said. Let you answer one first for a while.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Real quick. Kaylee, can you please go grab me a bottle of water? This has my mouth dried all the way out. Yes, please. No, I got it. Just the water. Thank you. All right. So the question was what?
Can long distance relationships work? And my answer is yes, they can work. I think that this is a really good question in reference to online dating, for sure, because some people may be like, I'm not even going to entertain someone outside of like a 50-mile radius, etc. So I think that in deciding if you want to go into a long distance relationship, then you may need to think about your, like, who you are as a person. Is it important for you to see your individual, or see the person that you're dating multiple times a week, once a week, whatever? Or is it okay for you to see them every other week, once a month? So there has to be some very specific things set in place that will help you determine if you can do this. For me personally, because I have experienced a long distance relationship, it wasn't an issue for me, because the same issues that would arise in a local relationship definitely arise in a long distance relationship. So some of what is important for a local relationship, the same things are important for a long distance relationship.
So being long distance didn't add any additional stressors to your relationship at all?
It didn't, because the communication was upfront. Like, which I think the communication needs to be upfront.
So you're not the type of
and long
person who
distance.
needs to see your man every day.
So I know I don't have to see them every day. Is it nice to see them every day? Yes, but I don't have to see them every day. Luckily, now, could I have done it prior to technology and like being able to FaceTime and do like virtual, dates and stuff or whatever the case may be? Then it would have been a lot harder, and I probably would have said no. But given technology, and then also determining like where you are in your life at that point. Like if I'm in the building stage of like my career and my career is demanding, then a long distance relationship would probably be beneficial, because if I was in a local relationship, then I may not have that time like
To give them
every single day. But for that person that is long distance, and it's like, okay, I can schedule out.
Right.
So we have like a common understanding of where we both are, but also having a common understanding of like where we're going at. Like, where do we want this to go? Now, I can't be in a long distance relationship forever. Like, you stay on your side, I stay on my side.
Right.
But I won't, I would not have, like, in that dating process, I would not close off opportunities of like
just because they're long distance.
Because they're long distance.
Yeah. I would 100%.
Yeah.
I don't like long distance, and I don't do long distance. For me, with long distance, it really makes me wonder why you would do it. And I think that anyone thinking about doing a long distance relationship, first thing they have to do is ask themselves why. Just like the business thing, long distance is another stressor that you're adding on top of your relationship that you don't have to add if you don't have to add, that I would not add if you don't have to. You see what I'm saying? So you have to ask yourself, why do I have to? With all the people who are around you, why do I need to date someone who is far away?
Child, some people don't feel like there's nobody around them.
Right.
They be like, wait, it's nobody. Everybody I dated. But no, I get what you're saying for
there
sure.
There definitely are people around you. I promise you that they're there. You just might be in the wrong spots.
Yeah, I agree.
But regardless, so my question would be, why do you need to do that? And I think a lot of people prefer long distance because they don't want to have to feel like they need to commit a lot of time. Kind of like for sometimes, like for the reasons you said, you might be in your business. I need to focus, or your career. I need to focus on my career. And it's nice just to be able to go see you on the weekends, and not have to worry about, keeping you company during the week or whatnot. And there's other people who, for maybe not so honorable reasons, want the same thing. They just want their time. And I only want to see you here, or I don't want to have to be required to have to see you that much. And you being over there is good for me.
Before you hold that thought, because I want to make sure that was really good what you said. And for me, it wasn't a preference. So I'm not saying that you go out and look for long distance relationships. But what I'm saying is, if you're traveling for work, if you're traveling on vacation, if you're traveling for whatever reason with family, and you're out and you happen to meet someone and they're like, for whatever reason, you bump into each other at the airport, whatever, I don't know. But you get into an engaging like conversation, you exchange numbers. Me personally, I'm not saying that I would have like, nah, I'm not doing it. Yeah. They're long distance.
You wouldn't close off the option.
Right. So I'm not going to look for a long distance relationship per se. But if it happens to find me and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So then, I definitely would have. But I agree, if somebody just like, my preference is long distance, then that could be a very different conversation. But for the sake of people that are feeling like they've exhausted opportunities or, options within their area, or they just feel like, gosh, like
I want to try something outside my area.
know who you are and know like if that is something that you could do. If you don't think it isn't, it absolutely can add more stress to the relationship. But if you are like, I'm good on communication, I'm good on us like planning to be in each other's presence as often as we possibly can, and then planning to move closer at point for the woman, for me, it would have been like engagement or marriage would be the only way I would be like, okay, I'll move closer.
Gotcha.
But, for the man or for the, the person who's has more flexibility in their career or whatever to move to be closer to that person at some point, it definitely has to happen.
Yeah. No, you said a lot of good things. What I was going to say was, what was I going to say? I was going to say that, yeah, okay, because you said that you may be out, you may meet someone, and you don't want to close off the opportunity of a long-distance relationship. It's not that you seek it, but you don't want to close off that option. I will close off that option.
Like, I'm closing it.
It's not an option. It's not an option. For me, it's like even with online dating, like I won't, an hour is as far out as
you would have gone. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, for a relationship, like that's a whole nother different topic. But for other reasons, 2 hours, whatever.
That's one time.
That's a trip.
For sure.
I'm gonna go out there.
Trip.
That's a trip.
It's
I'm gonna have a good time while I'm out there.
Agree.
And relationship is not on the menu. So, but if I'm looking for a relationship, which I was, I'm not doing long distance. So say you live in Colombia, because in Charleston you match with a lot of people in Colombia. Could be a great girl. She might have everything going for her. But I personally, I always ask, all right, so we're an hour away. Are you open to moving? Like at some point in the future, are you open to moving? Because a lot of women are not. A lot of women have their business, they have their support group, they have whatever reason they want to be there, they have their house, whatever. They're not willing to move, and I've come across that. And while could have been the great perfect match, I was like, oh, I'm good, because if you're not ever gonna move and I'm not moving, then we can't make it work. And neither of us are wrong for that. It's just that's an incompatibility that's just not gonna correct itself. So, because I don't do long distance, and there's no end date. So if I was to do long distance, let me take it back. That's long distance, and I would do that if there was a plan to be together in the future. If there's no plan to ever move together in the future, then there's no.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you doing?
So that's why I'd say, absolutely, you can absolutely do it. It's absolutely an option. You just have to have clear communication, as you would in a local relationship. Like, what are we doing? Because you can be locally dating somebody that doesn't ever want anything beyond a relationship, but somebody else that lived 3 hours away was ready,
right?
And within a year, they're ready to make.
But I guess what I'm saying is for the small group of people who just, I guess there are people who are out there who want to keep it long distance. Like they never have any plans. Like we're good. Like we see each other on the weekend. This is the way our marriage is going to be.
And if there is someone out there that's watching that and that's your preference, comment. Let us know what your thought is on that, because it may be something that we have not considered.
What I was going to say was that you just have to, because some people are like that, and if you're not like that, then that's why you need to ask that up front. Are you willing to move? Because they might not ever, they might like that type of relationship.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So in this question, answering the question, hoping that you got something out there that will have or will allow you to expand your thought process, or give some other considerations, or make up your mind to, is that something that you would like to explore? Or, you just gonna go outside locally, or whatever your choice is in that capacity. We hope that it was something within that chat room question that works for you.
That was a chat room?
I'm sorry. That was our topic.
That was the main topic.
That was the main topic of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go this, I got to remind people, because just in case they forgot, we got a new intro. a new intro. Oh, all right, y'all. Let's go into the closing question.
Closing question.
All right. So this should be a pretty good one too.
All right.
How important is it for you to have a strong support system for your relationship?
A strong support system for your relationship. So as a unit, you have people who support you as a unit. Like for me personally, I've operated, I guess, for the most part without any type of support. Like most of the support system always comes from my partner's side,
Gotcha.
like always, like just like you have like a million friends and family, so for me, like as long as like what's important to me is that your parents approve of our relationship, my parents approve of our relationship, my kids approve of our relationship. Outside of that,
You're good.
I'm good. Yeah, outside of that, I'm good.
I can definitely see that. Like, I'm not seeking anyone's approval. Like,
Right.
as long as my parents, your parents, whatever, like those are immediate.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I can definitely agree with that.
I've always tried to strive, and not. I mean, support group is awesome, and I've had a support group like just through your people.
Yeah, right,
Like
right,
if they supporting
right.
you, then they ultimately supporting us.
for sure.
Together. Yeah, no, I've always tried to, like, if I need, I'll hire a babysitter. I'll hire whatever I need. I try to do it on my own without asking. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So you already know then what my answer is
You got Eric.
I
You got
absolutely believe.
cross
Listen,
support.
I am so grateful because I really do believe that my support system like goes beyond like you know what I'm saying, like family, friends, and I think it is important for like your relationship, not only for like the strength of it, but also like for accountability in it, for different reasons. Like your parents, for example, like they've seen you years before I even know you, so they know things about you. They are able to see things, and they can hold you accountable in a loving way to say like you're wrong. Like sometimes I think we touched on this briefly in another episode. Is like people see you. And your family, your friends, your loved ones, they can see things sometimes that you cannot see. And so you don't have to disclose like your entire relationship to your support system, but having that support to know that you have people that is willing to take the heaviness of the heaviness off of you, the weight of the world off of you, so that you and your relationship can flourish. If that is babysitting, if that is, hey, I got you. Y'all going somewhere, whatever. I'm giving y'all 2 hours. It doesn't have to be a coming in and stay the night thing. Like I've done it for girlfriends or, whatever. Like, man, y'all need a night out or not even saying that not even knowing or realizing that they need something, but that is just something that someone
Everybody needs a night out.
you.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To say, enjoy yourself. We got you. Or really just being in prayer for you as well, like the strength of your relationship. Relationships go through so much, especially in marriages as well. You want to know that people really want you to work and really are going to like fight for you to work as well.
That's never been. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I can truly.
I guess for me, what I was saying was that I never worried about whether or not someone cared if we worked or not.
Well,
I mean, it's nice though. It's definitely nice.
It better be, because once and the way I look, and when I say it is nice, because when you're ready to walk away, because you're going to have moments that you're walking away,
of course,
or you're like, I'm done with this.
Who's gonna slap you and be like, yo, what are you doing?
Like sit you and if you have no one to do that, then y'all made this decision, and it's like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Or was it that serious?
Yeah.
So it's so important to have somebody to say, like, take a step back. Like, because it's not you telling your business, and you probably don't tell everybody everything. But if it's something as like serious as I'm done.
So which one of your friends is going to be our personal counselor?
Well, I'm not even talking about a personal counselor. I think when talking about counseling and stuff, it's really important to have a third party, someone that is unbiased, someone that doesn't know either side. So either party doesn't feel like, well, that's your friend, so of course they would, say anything. But I'm just saying people that are around you that says like I like seeing y'all together. I know that y'all work well together. I'm not in your house, so I don't know what it is every single night. Now, and if it's something that you cannot walk, like there's no turning back, then that's one thing. But you need somebody to tell you, like, girl, remind you, because I know I was that friend for a lot of my girlfriends. Like, girl, ain't nothing in these streets. Stay with your husband. Like, reminding them.
That's amazing.
So,
because a lot of women won't do that. A lot of women want, if they single, they want you to be single too.
Right,
so.
Like, girl, let's go.
Right, like leave him, leave that dog, girl. Don't put up with that.
And I think like
so
men, men need that too. Or
we do.
To tell your homeboy, like, because I have, like I told you before, I have like male friends that are, engaged, married, and I don't even have to know that something's going on. But I think these type of reminding conversations are important. I'd be like, ain't nothing out here, right? You ain't missing it. Right. You know that
it's the same stuff that was out there before you got in a relationship.
You're good. If you are ultimately happy within your relationship, everything is not perfect, but you all are showing up for each other. That is a strong support system. And I think it's necessary. It's needed. Now, if you don't have it, then that doesn't mean that your relationship isn't going to work.
Right.
But I do think that it is, when you think about a hurricane and getting prepared for a hurricane, a storm is coming, I kind of think about like a strong support system being like helping you be prepared before the storm even comes. Knowing that, not knowing when you will have something, but just knowing that somebody is there to fall back on or to give some protection if necessary.
Dope. I already answered that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was that.
That's that. So now we're going to go to this.
Or that. This or that. You can get with this or you can get with that. So the kiddos, they have their this or that questions that they've been dying to get onto the show. So we're going to go ahead and ask a few here.
Yes. Let's do it.
First one, the favorite one of the group that they sent is fried chicken or barbecue chicken.
Why would
the
y'all
battle of the
that?
Chickens?
Why would y'all do that to me? I'm like looking away.
So
if you don't know, I'm a pescatarian by choice now for the last like 4 years, which I absolutely love.
Barbecue shrimp or fried shrimp?
I'm gonna answer the chicken one because back in my day,
you used to throw down on some chicken, huh?
Ooh, fried chicken, me please.
Fried chicken,
the wings to be exact. From Publix or Piggly Wiggly to be exact.
You sound about as country as anybody can possibly sound.
And
now.
If no one has ever been to Publix Deli or Piggly Wiggly's Deli, you're missing out.
I never had Piggly Wiggly fried chicken.
Somebody drop below in the comments if you had Piggly Wiggly fried chicken before. Let them know. Let Bay know.
Okay. Fried chicken for me too. I mean, I like barbecue chicken. I think barbecue chicken tastes amazing after you've put it in the refrigerator and let it cool down, and it's like cold barbecue chicken. Nice. I just
nice.
I just remember as a kid, my stepmother would barbecue chicken, and then it would all be in the refrigerator, and like at night for some reason it was just like, or the next day
it was better.
Woo, boy. But you know what? I'd have to be honest and say fried chicken is my go-to.
Right.
Yeah, I love fried chicken. I've loved fried chicken since I was a kid. I mean, KFC actually was always like my favorite fried chicken. But I would probably do like a homemade fried chicken or like a mom and pop's fried chicken. I've actually some Chinese restaurants have some amazing fried chicken wings. Like some of the best fried chicken wings I've ever had come from like a Chinese restaurant.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. So next question that they asked was cake or pie?
I'm gonna go with the pie.
Pie?
Initially, my mind like went to cake because I feel like I have cake more.
Yeah.
But when I started thinking about the type of pies, like the apple pie,
You probably, because like people don't celebrate around a pie.
right?
You ever have like a celebration with a pie?
Like Thanksgiving,
Right.
like it's only like or apple pie, sweet potato pie,
right.
You know, yeah.
Right.
But cake is like always readily,
for like a party or yeah.
But I think I'm a pie.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have like cobblers too. Like I love a good peach cobbler. Strudel, cheesecake. Is cheesecake a pie?
Well, I mean, you know, it's called
Or
cheesecake, but I do think like some of them are like, you know, no bake cheesecake, so that and it's in like a pie,
right?
You know,
like a
dish.
pie crust.
Yeah.
Is cheesecake a pie? So we had to fight over that one because I choose cake. So
right.
I choose cake. So I think I should get cheesecake. Cause I ain't no pie.
Right.
But yeah, I say cake. You know, you get like ice cream cake, you have cheesecake. Yeah.
And we have to answer the question that
what?
Like they had another one about I mean it's another this or that. I just want to make sure we don't miss it.
All right.
Summer or winter?
Summer or winter? I only think of you on 2 occasions. That has nothing to do with summer or winter, but just
summer for me.
That was the right song to sing. Summer?
Yeah.
You know, I would say summer, but yo, these Charleston summers are outrageous. It's outrageous. It's like you take a shower and then you walk. As soon as you walk outside, you start dripping down the side of your leg. It's ridiculous. It's like you get droplets of water, and I'm bald headed, so the sweat runs down my head. My glasses slide off my face. My hat don't sit on there right. It's crazy how the humidity.
Hilarious.
I like dry heat. Like we went to Arizona and we got off the plane. It felt like somebody was blowing 100-degree blow dryer in our face.
It was horrible.
It was like, I mean, I've been deployed to the desert, so being in Phoenix reminded me of like being deployed to the desert because the sun just is dry and it's just a blow dryer right in the face. But I don't sweat. And like it just dries up all the sweat.
That's how I felt like. I could not breathe. Like
it was, it takes your breath away because you're breathing in like hot air.
Yeah, no, I don't want anything to take my breath away like that.
But Charleston is like, it's like you walking out into a sauna or a steam room. It's ridiculous.
I need a little of that moisture. Like I literally was like, I know nosebleeds are a thing in Phoenix. Like, I mean, because I was like
dry heat. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But I mean, summer for me because I mean, winters I like winter, but I don't want to do anything outside.
Yeah.
Like if we are,
you don't want to go on a ski trip?
Yeah, you got 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And then I'm back
on a
inside.
ski trip?
30. Nope. I don't want no frozen. Like I can't feel my fingers. I can't feel my toes.
So ski resort vacation is out of the question for us.
No, we can definitely go. Like I'm gonna go down once.
It takes more than 30 minutes just to ride the lift up to the top of the mountain.
Okay, well I'm gonna just ride it to the top and then
and then you gotta ride.
Let me fly down. have a helicopter or something, and then let's go back to the cabin and have like a nice fireplace. You know, I would mind being by the fire outside, roasting some marshmallows. I need some comfort in there, but I just cannot be like straight just in the cold. And I have to do too much dressing, like too many layers. I got to
wear
think about
your cute beanies and your cute scarves and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's cute, but it's too much to think about.
Get
Summertime,
you
you got one dress,
like
one little romper. Throw on some sandals and you're out the door. I gotta think about socks. What socks are warm enough? Do I need tights? Do I need like a cami and a long sleeve? It's just too much. And
Look,
how cold is it?
I lived in North Dakota for a while. I mean, that's life up there. All right, so let's get 2 more here. Would you rather kiss a stranger or kiss someone that you hate?
You got it. You got that one.
Kiss a stranger or someone that I don't like. I would definitely say I mean, I've kissed a stranger before, so kiss a stranger. Let's go with that.
Right. Both make me feel like, but
Make you throw up in your mouth a little bit.
But I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
A stranger.
And I wouldn't recommend kissing strangers. It was just one of those nights. But yeah.
Okay.
Next question. Let's go with, would you rather be on an island alone or with someone who talks the entire time?
Someone who talks the entire time.
Why?
Because they probably going to talk up a good plan to get us off this island at some point.
Right.
Like, yeah, they probably got a lot. Their mind is probably constantly thinking. So, yeah, go ahead and get us.
Whenever it's
off
time to
this
sleep, they can go
island.
onto their side of the island.
Go ahead.
Yeah, probably always best to have two brains instead of one, right? Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
So you know what time it is, right?
Time to go lay down.
We got a new outro. We got a new outro. You gonna drop some bars? You gonna drop some bars? You gonna drop some bars? We got a new outro.
Oh, he done turned the mic off. He's so lit, y'all.
We gotta. Where's my mic?
Oh,
Oh hell. Yeah.
bye, y'all.